Hello everyone and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to do an open tag response to my good friend John over at Thrifty Kniffy, and that is Super Sack Saturday. Show a Swiss Army knife on a Saturday, and I've got a really cool one for you guys, and it's a discontinued one that's not that easy to get hold of, and I picked it up from Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. Got his new business cards here. They see they're sort of laser etched into this sort of plastic, so really high quality. They're not going to get sort of torn up. See, there's his logo there, and on the back here is all his contact information. Got his website, his full name, his mobile number, and you can scan this QR code to go through to his website. He's also on Instagram and Etsy, and I will link both of those shops or sort of profiles in the description of this video, but please make sure you go and check him out. He's recently reopened his books for customs, saw that today, and I think that's absolutely fantastic because he does such a good job. He's very, very talented, but please make sure you're checking him out. And what we're going to be looking at today is the Passenger. Now this is one that's been discontinued for a little while. It is a 91mm, which is about 3.6 to 3.7 inches closed length. It is an older model, so unfortunately I don't have the packaging for this, but the model number I could find was 1.5703, and that is the early model number for an Explorer. And now this is the model that predates the Explorer. So this is what the Explorer was before it was the Explorer. It was called the Passenger. And this one, based on the tang stamp, is dated between 1976 and 1986. But this is what I like to call a survivor knife. So everything's like original. Scales are original for the period. Got the shield nicely inlaid in there as well. Got the patina on the Cellidor, so you've got all the scratches, user marks, knocks, dings, all that sort of stuff. There's just something really nice. I really enjoy about picking up these older models, especially ones that have been used. Someone's carried it and cherished it. There's a bit of history around them, and it makes them a bit more special to me. So this one is going to be a forever in the collection. You can see there is bits and pieces that could do with being tidied up, but honestly, I'm not really going to touch it. So you've got patina on the liners as well, just where it started to corrode a tiny bit. See the key ring is all messed up, as in corroded. Nothing really bad about it. And the plastic or whatever they use for the magnifying glass has started to change colour a little bit, but it's not corroded or anything, or it's not sort of degrading, so I'm pretty much going to leave it exactly as it is. But let's take a look at the tool set. So on the front layer we have the can opener, tin opener. See the edge on here has been used, still a bit of a point on it, can definitely sharpen that up a little bit. We have the smaller flathead screwdriver at the top, the classic Victorinox sort of tumbled polish finish. And I mean, the walk and talk that you know that Victorinox have, it's about a 5.5, maybe into a 6 at max. But I mean, this one has been used, opened and closed multiple times, I'd imagine. So it's not going to be as strong as a newer model with the fresh pivots and fresh springs. Left hand side, obviously this is an older one. There's no half stop on the cap lifter. You see, we've got the wire bender there, cap lifter, and the larger of the flathead screwdriver, which you can use to pry if you're very careful. I wouldn't go doing too much though, as it's only pinned together. You don't want to be prizing that apart and causing blade wobble. But really enjoy the older models with the no half stop. It just kind of, I think it really fits Victorinox more. I know why they put the half stop in there, but nothing else has a half stop really, bar this next tool, which is the inline Phillips screwdriver. See, that's a 3D Phillips. Stops at the half stop, so you can get some really nice torque if you're needing to do that on this particular one. Or you can go all the way to the fully open position and use it as a normal screwdriver. Probably one of the best tools that Victorinox has ever added to their line. Now you can get the screwdriver here in replacement, but if you imagine when you're using this, it's always going to have that bulk behind it. Can you get amazing torque on things? Yes, but for small, like tight, hard to reach places, it's not the best for that. So that's why I prefer the inline Phillips screwdriver. Next to that then, we have the magnifying glass. This is the older style magnifying glass with the grey plastic. The newer one comes with clear. But you can see how sort of well that works there. See, illuminates things, brings things up really nice and clear for you to read. As I mentioned previously, you can see where the colours started to die with age, but it's not degrading at all. I've oiled it up a little bit and it looks pretty good really, the plastic on it. Still got nice snap in it. Nice little tab to pull it open there at the top. So a very handy addition, especially for anyone with anyone that's, you know, getting on a bit. Maybe, you know, your eyesight's not as good as it used to be. You can use it to read your watch, things like that. So you can zoom in. Maybe if you want to zoom in and see the date, things like that. Especially if you have a watch like mine where the date is microscopic, it really does help for that. On the back then, we'll save the main blade for last. We have the pen blade or the mini spear blade. You can see the use on there. It's been resharpened multiple times. Dan has actually put an edge on these and it is really screaming sharp. Blade length for the mini blade then, or the pen blade, is just over 1.5, 1.6, with a cutting edge of right about 1.5. So definitely UK legal. I mean, most Swiss Army knives are. All the ones that are the 93mm and under are UK legal as far as I'm concerned. They're slip joints, there's no blades over 3 inches, and they don't lock. And the main blade then, you can really see the use on this one. There's a lot of material been taken off this over the years, but it has a nice sharp edge on there, and it's going to be one I'm going to use and carry. I just love the history that comes with this. Someone has really loved this thing. Yes, a lot of material's gone, but it's not sharpened badly. You still have the belly on the blade, you still have a tip up here. You can see the amount of use this blade has had, the scratches all over it. And here is the tang stamps, which give us the date. So you've got the crossbow, the cross touching the crossbow, and the 4 lines of Victorinox Switzerland stainless Rostfrei, which takes us between that 76 and 86. So it's like late 70s, early 80s really. But I mean, listen to the snap on that main blade still. It's about 5.5 to about a 6 there. Now the blade length is going to be slightly shorter on this one because of the use. We're at a full blade length of barely over 2.5 inches, and then a cutting edge of 1 to 2.2 inches at a push. And if I show you the one I have in my pocket today, which is my custom compact, we can see what the full blade length would be like in comparison. So you can see how much of the blade there has been taken off with use. So it's a good, what we like, 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit less than 1/4 inch. No, I'd say it's about 1/4 inch taken off with use. But again, that doesn't bother me with an older model. I'm more than happy to carry and use these. I just think they're so cool, especially picking up ones you don't see every day. Back tools then, we have the punch or the reamer with no sewing eye, as all models would have had around this time frame. And then we also get the older style corkscrew as well with the groove through it. And along with that, you get the standard scale tools of the toothpick and the tweezers on the front there as well. But overall, really impressed with this model. It's adding to my collection of Swiss Army knives. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, I'm trying to get all the 91mm. I still got quite a way to go, but I have got some really unique ones I've still yet to show you. But I really appreciate you guys watching this. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.